Welcome back to Twice Half That. I'm Anthony.
And I'm global warming. We're all gonna die. Uh, no, but today we're gonna touch upon, global warming and other shit because we can never stay on topic.
Yeah, that's the
Apparently,
topic.
from what is it? The Guardian.com, major sea level rise caused by melting of Greenland ice cap, and it's inevitable. Like the whole thing is gonna fucking melt.
That's liberal propaganda. Get out.
I mean, yeah, it has been since the 70s when they were measuring it and were told by
I'm like,
this.
oh
yeah,
shit, it's getting smaller.
That's what happens when you allow, again, fucking businessmen to make decisions.
Well,
Lobbied. Whoa, 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 whoa! But I'm gonna make a lot of money. It's like, but what about me?
And the problem is
here goes
most of these
$3,000.
businessmen are playing the short game, not the long game. Let me make some money now. I don't give a shit what happens next year. That's what they're doing. I'm just going to keep kicking the can down the road. That's what's going on with all the fucking strip mining of lithium, the fracking, all this shit.
The fucking overfishing of the oceans. Like, they are doing that.
How many species of fish have been wiped out because of the fucking massive corporate or commercial fishing?
And it sucks because we're going to lose a lot of great, cool-looking animals from our childhood that, my kids probably can only see through fucking pictures. And that's not right, man. Considering, when everything else is gone, what do you expect 8 billion humans to eat?
Soylent Green.
Man, and a lot of these, and it's not just one party. It's every government that's currently, in power. They're corrupt, greedy individuals who are still operating off of a very old playbook that needs to be, tossed aside, burned, because it ain't helping anything. With the technology we have now, we should definitely be able to live a more, harmonious existence with nature. I don't understand why everything.
And what's great about it is we've gotten so much further away from a harmonious life with nature. I mean, that used to be, in essence, how we lived. And if you look at a lot of, tribal cultures and civilizations, that's exactly how they lived. Like, nature was part of it.
It had to be. It was the elements. You were at its mercy. I mean, we are now, but if you live in a city, for the most part, you're fine. If you live anywhere in the first world, for the most part, you're good until, a catastrophe happens. Tornado,
massive natural
hurricane,
disaster, earthquake,
massive storm.
Monsoon, yeah,
exactly. Any of that. Earthquake where we're from. Shit, fires where we're from.
Fuck yeah.
You have a lot of that going on, and it's measurable, and it's annoying that you have, particularly, when it comes to certain things, climate, the right math and measurable variables just don't matter. Well, it's going to cost me. The liberals do the same thing, just with other shit.
Yeah.
And
it's the same thing, just a different fucking topic that they do it to.
Yeah, and all that, it has to stop. We got to quit being, well, my party, we're my party. Like you see in Texas.
Stop towing the party line. Stop towing the party line.
Texas Republicans
you can't
wanted to
claim
get rid
that
of the
you're this
Libertarian
grand
Party.
patriot when you're towing a party's line.
Well, when you want only what I say and what I believe, that's the only thing that should be said.
God,
that's
really
the only
annoying.
thing that should be believed. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So.
Yeah, someone's snaking out the toilet. I blew a massive one. So big it came out the sink,
That
but
shit
it's cool
was breach.
it's not my house, it's his house, so. But that's something that we really, really need to get over, because we're starting to get into a realm. It's starting with Trump, and it's hopefully going to end with Trump. But him making $250 million in donations to what's supposed to be the Republican Party, but he's just pocketing all that money.
Yeah.
And that's not good for the Republican Party, because Donald Trump, he doesn't care. Case in point, look at what they're doing in. Sorry, I got a text. Oh, she said that. Sorry, that was my daughter, my little one, my young one. I totally fucking lost my train of thought. That totally threw me off. It's like, why are you texting me right now? You're fucking me up. But we need to get past that, because it's really, 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 really retarding. In the true sense of the word, it's retarding back.
It's retarding
the nation.
The nation.
Not only the nation, to be honest, since the United States, we're kind of losing that spearhead of taking the world into the future. It's more drifting towards other nations now, because again, our politicians are short-sighted and dumb.
It's extremely short-sighted. You look at healthcare, you look at
education, especially education.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that so many people are anti-universal healthcare, it's like,
yeah, it's annoying.
First off, they're already taking the taxes out. It's not. They did the study. They did the forecast, and it was a marginal increase. We're talking marginal increase.
We need that. We need people.
And
if you
think about it. Even if you don't,
less dolphins.
And even if you don't use healthcare constantly, there's a good chance you or one of your loved ones will get sick at some point in their life and need to be hospitalized. Or, let's say maybe you have a kid, or if you're already past that point, your children have kids. That's not cheap.
Shit, if you get cancer, that's gonna wipe you out.
Yeah.
And in case of that, you could still have insurance. You just have, what's it called?
It would be more supplemental insurance than anything.
Yeah, cancer insurance, but name it something else,
But just
bullshit disease insurance.
Between that and, education, you can't claim to be this guiding light of the first world, leading the world into the future, if you can't even take care of your own fucking people. And you can't, you can, you're refusing to. Between education and healthcare, just those two alone, you could redirect the trajectory.
I know, man. It's like I could speak properly, and then the second this mic comes
man,
out,
just wrestling with my damn tongue.
Right? It's like work, goddamn it.
Yeah.
That's what I pay you for.
Man. I'm fucking go get a new one.
Should or sue the manufacturer.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
Or God. One of the two. Or Marduk. It's the Persian god. I mean, there's a lot of them. You have a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. A lot. But, yeah, Colin Powell even, he said it multiple times. Money needs to be put into education, because otherwise, we spoke about it last week, the military is going to...
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Last week was all Deshaun.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Damn, it didn't even feel like that long.
Right.
It really retards, because you need a lot of intelligent people to run shit, and a lot of modern warfare is going to be tactics-led. I know, right? She just watched this woman fall 7 stories.
This is exactly what's wrong with the world. I don't know where...
it's Kuwait.
Well, no, it says Kuwaiti woman.
Yeah, she's most likely in Kuwait.
So she watches a maid fall out of a 7th floor window she films her
instead of helping
falling
her
out of the window while she's hanging on for dear life, and this lady's just filming her instead of attempting to help her.
I
and
would
not
show
die.
You, but I don't know if YouTube would wig out. I'm tempted to be like, fuck it. Yeah, she just watches her and then films her hit the floor. Like, man, that should be manslaughter.
At the very least.
Helped. I mean, even if she fell while you were attempting
At
to
least
help
you were
her,
attempting to help.
so the problem is a lot of people, they're addicted to these crappy ass websites.
Well,
Like,
and it's also like the people that fall out of windows trying to fucking take a selfie of
yeah,
themselves.
selfies are stupid.
Like,
don't do shit
or walk into
for
traffic,
internet
fucking,
clout.
like.
Hey, just heads up.
Jesus.
Nobody cares about whatever the fuck you're doing. So just stop. Stop with the pictures. Stop with the trying to fucking, keep up with the Joneses. Do you? Why you being fake? If you're not genuinely into what's popular, don't fucking do it just because it's popular. That makes you a fucking follower. And I don't like motherfucking Americans just blindly following people just because, it has name brand shit. Fuck buying Gucci. Fuck buying Louis Vuitton. You know how much money they make off your dumbass? Probably cost $3 to make that wallet. You spent $300 on it because it says Gucci. You're dumb as fuck. Or
and a lot of those things are made
in sweatshops.
In the same shops that the knockoffs are made in.
So why are you going to spend all of your hard-earned cash to line someone else's pocket? That don't make no sense to me. You can literally make it yourself. What the fuck is that? Oh yeah, yeah, shit's hella cool. Protesters using lasers to distract. Well, really, what it's supposed to do is to keep the Chinese government from getting running any of their facial recognition software, which there's a lot. Google and a lot of American companies, some American companies help them make that technology, and that's a thing that the U.S. government really, really needs to do, is stop, doing anything with China. God damn it, they are the enemy. They have said it. Why would you continue to operate with these people? They have legit told you to your face, sent troops in 2 separate wars against us, yet you're just going to continue to make money with them. It's annoying. And then they steal our intellectual property and sell it back to us in the form of knockoff shit, and then you're going to sell your debt to the enemy. And again, that's where the businessmen come in. It's like, they're right when they say communists, Soviet and Chinese and North Korean and the Vietnamese during the Vietnamese War, not so much now. I've heard from a lot of Vietnamese people. They're all like, they're communist when they want to be totalitarian, and they're capitalist when they need to make money. And it's like, yeah, people realize, communism doesn't work. It does not work at all. You cannot, who was it? Some dude from back in the day who's a lot smarter than me, obviously. He was all like, your society is going to crumble if you have someone who wants to be a doctor and is skilled at being a doctor, you force him to be a mud pie maker. Your society's going to crumble. He's not going to, first off, he's just not going to be happy, and he's not going to be...
Which means that he is not going to put in any more effort than what's needed.
Yeah, those mud pies, which are extremely easy to make, are going to come out craptastical. And someone who is pretty much only good at making mud pies, now you're going to make this motherfucker a doctor? Like, that's not
a surgeon.
How society works. And that's a big reason why, Soviet Russia crumbled, because you had a bunch of people doing shit they didn't want to do, and even if you did want to do it, you're making the exact same as that dunce over there, that gets annoying. That gets really annoying. Yep. And I gotta sit in a 16-hour bread line, and I got 20 minutes to do it. It's you're gonna crumble. It's not gonna work out. Which is why they had to move.
I mean, just to going philosophically, it's an extremely flawed
it
system.
doesn't work. It could be hijacked. I mean, any government can be hijacked. Look at ours currently.
Really, historically,
Historically.
I swear to God, I can speakify.
Hysterectomally.
Man.
It's like, what?
Historically, most governments have, and that's why a lot of times these societies fall, is their governments do get hijacked. Regardless of what system that they're using, they end up getting hijacked and they end up crumbling. Some take longer for it to happen than others, but for the most part, especially when you start getting into large, quote unquote empires, that's what does it.
Yeah, what's doing it to ours is a lot of these Republican, states contributing fucking nothing to the GOP. They do, but ultimately, the money that gets generated within California and New York. GDP, excuse me.
They contribute to the GOP.
That sounds it off. But, California, New York, we make a lot of money. So does Florida. But they also eat up a lot of money in welfare. Texas gets a lot of welfare from the federal government.
But it's really the Rust Belt and the Bible Belt that get the bulk of it.
They don't produce shit. You don't do nothing. You can easily do what San Francisco did and be like, hey, tech companies, I'll give you a break if you come here. They live in your city. They have to abide by your laws. You need them there so you can have money. That's how that works. We need to start operating off of, educating our people so there's not a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers running around, and there are a lot of ignorant people running around. Ignorant means you are willfully ignoring something. And there's a lot of people who they just will not look into it. And they did a study that, tangent real quick. They did a study.
No,
yeah.
We don't do those here.
If you believe in astronomy, you're more intelligent. Just overall. If you believe in astrology, you're more narcissistic. Which I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
Damn. So if you have someone that believes in both, they're an intelligent narcissist.
Yep.
Damn, so Trump must not believe in astronomy at all.
He don't believe in shit that isn't gonna give him money. He don't believe in anything that isn't gonna give him money or can make him money. Or potentially, or he could potentially screw.
It just jumped in my head when.
I'm not even reaching. Ain't no alleged. Look it up. He literally said it. Oh, if she wasn't my daughter, in a roundabout way, I totally try and sleep with her.
Not verbatim, but paraphrasing. If she wasn't my daughter, I would
date her.
Sleep with her. I would date her.
Which, what? Excuse me?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Like that. Even if you believe that, that's not the kind of thing you just blurt out.
No, it's not.
And as a father of a daughter,
and Christians, this is the people that Christians picked.
This is the people.
This is the people. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. You heard what I said. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. His family. I was thinking about his family. I was thinking about Eric Trump. I was like, God, I wanted to say something to that I shouldn't say.
It just made me start thinking about when they were having the debate, and his hand size got called into question, and it was like, no, my hands are and then
why? My hands are normal size.
Yeah, my hands are normal. Everything's okay down below. This is a presidential debate.
I'd have been like, damn. When I watched that, I was like, you know what? We're watching the fall of our nation.
Yeah.
We're watching it happen. And it's true, because what happened 4 years later, he got all these ignorant people riled up.
This man has never seen a high road that he has wanted to take.
Why? Why take the high road?
It's
cold
so much
up
easier
there.
to coast down the low road. I mean,
It's
oh
warmer
my
down
God.
there. It's a
And
lot
coast
warmer
is
down
all
there.
he's done in his fucking life.
Man, legit. How do you lose all that money? How do you open up a casino, multiple casinos, and then bankrupt?
And it's not
Atlantic
because
City,
they weren't busy.
Atlantic City. He just kept taking from the casino.
He is the reason that the USFL fell in the 80s. He is literally the reason the USFL failed. They had stars. They stole stars from the NFL.
That's the one thing he started to do right, was promote the shit out of it. Except where he fucked up was saying we're going to go head to head with the NFL.
Because
do.
So those of you who don't know, the USFL was man.
Those of you who don't know.
Those of you who don't know, the USFL was a professional football league in the 80s that existed separately from the NFL. There's been leagues that have tried to compete, but they were smart. They said, we're not going to compete. The NFL's basically a fall and winter league. We're going to do spring and summer. So they were complete opposite. So it was basically the NFL season ends, and then our season starts.
So there's going to be year-round football.
And you're not competing with them other than for talent, which they were succeeding. They had lured some stars, young stars who spurned the fucking NFL to go with them. They were successful, lasted a couple years, and then Trump buys into the New Jersey Generals and says, we're going to a fall season. And immediately, the league lasted like one more year.
He came in, and this is where he fucked up, and he doesn't know when to stop. He doesn't know when to pull back on the reins. He was building them up. He was building his team up. He was building up the league. He was being very braggadocious. He's being a carnival barker. He is.
Guess what? That's
McMahon.
exactly what he's done throughout his career.
He learned that from
and
McMahon.
That's what he did as a president.
Yeah, he learned that from McMahon. Well, I shouldn't say he learned that from McMahon. Excuse me. He kind of has that same promoter feel that wrestlers, old wrestling promoters did from back in the day. Not from, don't think WCW, WWF. You got to be thinking before then. Because before then, it was all literal, local, regional shit, which made it easier
and
for
the promoters
him to fight
for
there.
those also had to basically be, like he said,
you're fucking
and alluded
carnival
to,
barking.
as a
You're
carnival
getting
barker.
people to come in. The name of the game is we're
asses
trying
in the
to
seats.
asses in the seats, but particularly we're trying to fill up, a 2,000 seat to about 5,000 seat place so we can make some money, on a weekly basis. Then we'll do a monthly, quarterly big show. And then it started once pay-per-view started. McMahon started that shit. Then he didn't allow anybody else into it. That business model allowed that particular, wrestling to grow. That's what the USFL started to do with Trump. He started to do the shit to where everybody was like, oh man, yeah, that does sound like good shit. And the players were backing it up. So it's all like, all right, this guy's getting me excited. And then when it comes to game time, it's all like, oh man, yeah, this is
and
fucking
year-round league,
year-round football. All right, I could get into it. And then, obviously once the steam started, building up enough pressure and started moving that train down the track, Donald didn't understand that, hey, maybe our steam engine shouldn't compete with a fucking bullet train in a race. And that's exactly what he did. And the NFL, being, the larger, more
established more followed,
richer fucking organization, was like, all right, bro, I'm about to stack. Hey, you want to make money with me? NBC, ABC, Fox, whoever at the time,
it's probably NBC.
This is how we're going to do business. And you can straight just block them out. Be like, I charged you, what, 20 mil last year for the rights to, all games? Tell you what, I'll give you 7.5 this year. don't play any of their games. Done. You do that across all three motherfucking big three stations. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
How are you gonna compete?
Yeah.
Well, we'll move to cable. I'm not paying to watch your games.
Nope.
You know, and then on
Nope.
top of that,
Especially at that time where it was still, more of the smaller networks. You didn't have, like, ESPN was getting its footing. Like, you didn't have.
Again, pay. It was a pay channel.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people had it. You know,
It
you
isn't
weren't
like it
gonna
is
get
today
people
where
to
you
do
can
that.
either just stream it directly to your TV or everybody's got satellite or cable or some form of getting it. You had to go out of your way to get it.
I mean, it was expensive. That shit was not cheap because it's not like now how it's all
these
the
packages
shit's already
and,
all the line is already laid. It's already set up before they literally the cable guy had to come out and hook up all your shit. And
God, that was not a great movie.
In retrospect, it's not that bad.
It
was just at the time with what he was putting out, people were thrown off. That's why you shouldn't switch up until it's hard to judge if you're an actor that you hit big and you're specifically within a certain niche, like what's his name, Chris Pratt.
Oh,
He needs to start moving away from that because you're playing the same fucking character too much and it's taking away from the dude you need to be staying on, which is Star-Lord, and then potentially getting ready to be not the next Indiana Jones in, verbatim, but the next Indiana Jones. That's what you need to be working on. That's the shit that Hollywood needs to be doing, is working on their juniors, not rebooting because you're so devoid of creativity that all you're gonna do is
just reboot.
We're gonna reboot, but we'll put a woke spin on it, and they don't care about woke, so they're just gonna interject the shit everywhere, and they kind of don't give a shit about the true woke movement, the true awoken movement. They're over here just let's bastardize it. And
just devoid of creativity. It's also, we already own the rights to this entity. So
they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay anybody.
Let's just rehash it.
If it's an original idea, and it's a good original idea, and let's say if I write a movie and the movie hits, they are most likely going to try and go with another writer. Just because, if I write two of them, now I have ownership. They feel I have a greater ownership claim over the, movie that, I don't know, I fucking wrote. And you kind of need the writer and director to be on the same page. And you have a lot of writers now, or, a lot of high-level writers are in there either off of nepotism, or the Marvel way of doing shit is just hire some no-name, kind of not really talented dude to just kind of be put in a shitty situation. Like, Doctor Strange. Go look up Mahler. Some dude named Mahler. Look up his channel. He did a 5-hour essay. No, but when he breaks it down, and this is what Marvel needs to understand. It's not malicious. It's not like it's out of annoyance, because it's not like you created this out of nowhere. He'd have no gripes other than obviously the stupid storytelling, that you're conducting from movie to movie. Marvel, in my opinion, hasn't been good since fucking, honestly, Iron Man. Iron Man was good, Ragnarok was good, but those are standalone. None of those movies feel like they're within the same universe other than referencing people. It doesn't feel interconnected. What would have been great is having all these shows that they're pumping out all be low level, low tier superheroes. That way, like the Green Lantern. Or not the Green Lantern, what the fuck is his name? The Green Arrow. That dude. He's low level. Doesn't he operate in Gotham? No. He's Star City or Mega Douche Tonics or whatever. Those pants are cool. The anti-chainsaw pants. Yeah. But pay attention when you're chainsawing shit. Do that. and then work your way up, because none of the threats, Thanos just felt like he was there. He was just a piece. I knew what was going to happen, obviously, but I didn't feel shit. It didn't move me any way, period. Iron Man, why the fuck are you making this dude? Why is he doing this? You have the Hulk. You have Thor. You literally have a god and other motherfucking gods. But this lowly mortal is gonna fucking snap. Oh, well, you could have done the same thing, just having it make sense. What they did to the Hulk. You emasculated the shit out of that guy. Why couldn't you have it? I don't know. He was fucking up Thanos. And then Thanos, because he has the Infinity, alright, do what he did in the comic book. Haha, I like that guy. He's pretty cool. Go over there. He's on the other side of the universe. I don't have to deal with him anymore. You guys find him. And that would make more sense into, what's his name? The Hulk being on, wherever the hell he went, to Ragnarok. Fucking, I know that's the dude, not whatever planet he was on.
No, Ragnarok. Ragnarok is
the event.
Is the event, yeah.
And then Sator, whatever the hell his name is, he's the dude that murders people. The Beta Z from Voyager. You could have. It's just so annoying. You have all these movies. This dipshit tells us this is what's slated. They're gonna come out these years. So why are we waiting?
Yeah.
Why do we have a script ready and then we scrap it the second we start filming? Like, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. Have the shit planned out and have that
what's
script
fucked up is
have
a lot
all
of it
these
is
writers write
it's
their
planned out as far as timeline goes, and then you just throw all the rest out to the fucking window.
Which makes no sense, because there's literally people who wrote all these stories decades before you bought the fucking IP. So why do you not give them a partial writing credit, a story by, and just redo that? I don't want to see what you're creating. I really don't. You create garbage. Star Wars, garbage. Star Trek, garbage. All the Marvel crap is, in my opinion, it's garbage. Do the CG artists do a fantastic job? Yes. Do the directors do a serviceable job?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You do,
like
get
Josh
to special
Whedon's humor.
effects.
It's annoying. It's annoying. It's like, ha, get the fuck out of here. None of your shit. Some of the shit you did, I appreciate. Like, when you are a good script doctor, I'll give you that. When you do what the story needs. I don't want to see you. You're an annoying asshole piece of shit.
Literal piece of shit.
You are good. You are good at your job.
But you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, do what the fuck you're told. And I'm not going to put Batman versus Superman on you. That's just... I'm not even going to put how you treated those actors on that set. I'm not going to put all of that on you, because I don't know what stress you were under, and, constantly dealing with people who probably, really only made money in Hollywood because they were able to, nepotism, and they were able to pay an actor, and that actor's face brought people in to a shitty movie. I don't watch movies anymore, because I watch it and then it's all like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I can't, I will suspend my disbelief for a little bit, but when shit just logically, when you don't follow your own rules, I'm like, alright, I'm out of here. Or it's an existing IP, Star Wars, and you just start adding dumb shit that it's all like, alright, so hold on. Why didn't they do that in the original?
Well, it kills me too.
Why didn't you explain it why they couldn't do it in the original?
More recent adaptations and productions that they've done of existing IPs, and how often and how severely they break canon.
Oh, all the time. I can't even... I refuse to watch any of the new Star Treks. I can't even go back and watch Star Trek '09 for just its visuals, because the more they talk, the more I'm all like, these motherfuckers aren't acting the way they're supposed to. And, action is cool. But you know what's also cool? Writing something that is suspenseful, that is thrilling, that makes you fucking think, or what Star Trek's originally designed for is to morally make you think about shit. Ethically, is that the right thing to do? At the end of the movie, you need to be discussing, fuck, what would you have done in that situation? Yeah. Would you have pulled a Kirk? And understand, really who Kirk was, not the archetype we have built Kirk to be. Again, I've said it before.
That's one of the great things.
Go look up Lore Runner, and that guy will explain truly what Star Trek is really about, what the overall feel and what the original intent was, especially with the Next Generation, because what kind of with Voyager, I like the concept, so I overlooked a lot of the glaring plot holes and shit that just mistakes they made, but they were burnt out, and there was a lot of shit that was overlooked. In Deep Space Nine, it's okay, but that kind of in my opinion, they didn't do a good enough job of displaying Starfleet during a time of war. Yeah. A lot of the shit Starfleet did, it's like, why would they do that? Logically, that makes no fucking sense. There's a whole, race. I keep saying I don't know. There's a whole race. And the funny thing
I don't know. I know exactly what I'm about to say.
I normally don't ever fucking say that, but today, apparently, I don't know. I'm on it. There's a whole fucking race called the Vulcans. Their whole shit's built off of logic.
That's illogical.
So, exactly. So it's all like, why would they, okay, so we found a stable wormhole that opens up to the Gamma Quadrant. It's in the Beta Z, the largest civilized planet in that sector of space. And they were taken over by, another government another race called the Cardassians. They just came in there.
The Kardashians?
Yep, Kardashians. Yeah, them big booty. Well, do they naturally have big butts?
No.
Or is it just wide?
I think
wide
it's more
hipped,
wide. Yeah.
And then injected. Oh God, why would you do that? But you have.
That whole.
Yeah, she was some of the shit. Okay, I need to stay on topic. So you have the goddamn wormhole. Why would you just keep sending people through? Oh, we're just gonna mine shit on the other side. Well, hold on. We're not gonna see what is on the other side. First off, what government?
We're gonna go mine stuff on the other side. We don't even know what the fuck's over there.
We're not gonna inquire as to is this empty space? Does anybody have claim to this area? Like you do in your fucking quadrant. And we know that space is inhabited by different levels of civilizational life, not to mention microbial life. So why would you just keep going over there? You're told, you're showed, stay the fuck from my space. Yet they just keep doing it. It's like that. That is what irritated me, and what I truly, and just some of the.
I gotta go back and watch DS9.
I got problems with it. I really do. A lot of
just
people
because
like it.
That was that of the three major series of our lifetime is the one I watched the least of. Yeah. So I need to go back. I watched a lot of Next Gen and a lot of Voyager, especially because it was on at 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
And On didn't want to come out properly either. It was on it.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me check my Coke.
Oh shit!
Coca-Cola.
He's got to go do a quick bump. But it's because it was on at 10 p.m. on UPN, which down in my room downstairs when we were in high school, I could get without having cable hooked up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So I had every night at 10 o'clock I'd watch Voyager,
or
and then
afterward.
Well, no, it
SmackDown
followed
was before.
SmackDown, yeah. So I would watch Voyager, and then immediately following, you'd have a couple episodes of Simpsons at 11. Yeah, I do remember this stuff. But so
I was just thinking about the lineup too. I was like, what came on after?
News radio at first, and then it transitioned. I don't know if they no longer had the rights to news radio, and I can't remember what took its place.
No, that was the weekend. Pam Anderson's fucking what the fuck?
VIP.
Yeah, I remember being a kid like,
where she played like a secret agent or security guard or some shit like that.
Pam's first boobs I've ever. No, that's not true. Joan Severance from See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Watch that movie. That fucking movie.
That movie's hilarious.
It's genius.
Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
We wear condoms, but we wear condoms. Gene Wilder's losing his shit.
Oh, dude, Gene Wilder was hilarious.
And Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
Like that duo is.
They're the best.
Oh my god!
You can't. There is no.
You can't touch it.
Comedy. No, I guess if Farrell and Riley. Nope. Even still, they kind of come close, but they're not.
Farrell, Riley come close, and
just in their stupidity.
Farley and Spade.
Farley and
Spade a little bit.
But not to the degree of Gene Wilder
and part of the reason for that is that both of them were on another level. Where I feel like, and no disrespect to David Spade, he was not on Chris Farley's level.
No.
And he'll admit that.
No.
And it's no disrespect to Spade because he played his roles to a T. He was the perfect supporting man for Farley. But Farley, and they all members of that SNL cast have Farley on a pedestal. They all recognized his
there's a
talent
difference
level.
between a bunch of stand-up / actors, stand-up comedians who then got on SNL, and then you have improv actors or improv artists, and that's what Farley was. Yeah. He was built to do that. Unfortunately, he was also someone who could do 8 grams in a fucking rail, and holy shit, Joey Diaz said he could do a gram in like 2 fucking goes. I'm like, god damn. First off, I want to see someone who's only done coke like twice do or attempt to do. No, I don't want to see them attempt. Go as far as they can. And then watch a real fucking coke user fucking do it. Because everybody I've ever seen do coke, it's only been a bump.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody do
like a fucking shot. Rail, yeah.
And I couldn't tell you how big it was, but I did see someone. And I know when you see someone do that, that's a coke rock going. If they go up and then like they're trying to pull something out, okay, but I know I've been told that's a thing that coke, they'll pull that coke rock out, put it up, and kind of pretend like they're pulling out a booger. I was like, whoa. And like the Visine with heroin, if you see someone continuing to just drop
Jesus
like beyond,
Christ.
And not just chronically drop, I mean drop and they're a little they're a little fadey.
Yeah, that
is like, hold up, nigga, what you doing? And that shit's yeah.
Well, it's like when we were in high school and the kids were putting fucking alcohol in tampons and then shoving it up their ass.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
what? I'm cool.
That's a hard. Cool. I don't even like alcohol to begin with. So.
Well, this way you don't have to taste it.
So yeah, oh man, and I'm not putting up anything up my ass. Like you're a dude. I'm not gay. It's like
bordering it a little bit.
It's like
visiting.
You're playing with your. First off, that's not even gay. That's just you have a problem. That's a legit, like, you got an addiction. We're in high school. I understand.
It just made me think. Remember that little chick that was drunk as fuck? Yeah. Your uncle goes to grab her. His uncle was a security guard there. Grabs her, and she is just. And we were just sitting there dying. What are you laughing at?
It's like, you're drunk, ass stupid bitch.
This motherfucker goes, you bitch.
She was like, ah! That's all I do. What are you gonna do?
Like, belligerently drunk.
I mean,
and it was like, what, 10 a.m.?
She was over there, and it's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And I mean, legit, she was over there stumbling in the yard, and it's like, yeah, you're in trouble. Open up your locker. I'm not opening up my locker. Open up your motherfucking locker. Opened it, and there it goes. Sitting in her motherfucking locker, just a big ass fifth of Hennessy, I think it was. It's like, why eat the rot gut? Hennessy is fucking disgusting.
Yet it's popular as shit.
It's fucking nasty. I can't stand it.
But yeah, dude, that was hilarious. And then just saying the yard made me think of when we were at PE freshman year. And we were at one end of the yard, and at the other end here, fuck you. And then literally starts windmilling.
Oh yeah, that was great. It was like, oh shit. We're about to have a Simpsons fight. Well, I'm just gonna windmill my arms and walk straight, and if you end up walking into it, that's your fault. Well, alright, I'm just gonna sit here and fucking kick, and if you so happen to walk into that...
Literally just windmilling his arms, head down, like not looking at where he's just...
Yeah, that was a sad fight. Nothing really happened.
Nothing happened.
It was just like, what the...
But it's like, and homeboy that was swinging like, windmilling, tried to act tough all the time, and then he did that. It's just like any credibility you had
was laughing.
is gone.
Yeah, they were laughing. They were rolling. They were like, I can't even break this fight up because, I mean, are they even fighting? I don't even see they're so close. They should be making contact. I don't think they're making contact, and I think they're trying. They're straight stub nose 38. They're just over here. Bow. The fuck. Bow. Oh, I hit him.
It's yeah.
Like I wasn't even aiming at you, bro.
Oh man, there were some funny times in high school.
No, nothing beats. Was it? No, it wasn't summer school. It was.
Well, I didn't.
No, it was
school.
you didn't go to summer school. It was regular school, and she was vice principal during summer school. That's what it was.
Oh.
And she came and she was either doing some administrative shit or she was there for a minute. And she was hot. She was cool. She was probably like what 40, 45.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Nice rack. Were you there? Yeah, you were there when Blaze did the. Well, I'll get to it. And she was a hot chick. Blonde, nice rack.
And mind you, we're fucking 17, 18 years old.
So,
hormones are flying.
We are literally, we do not droop past half mass all the time. So she goes by, it's a cold morning, she's enjoying the cold, and you could see her beaming.
She's headlighting
from down the atrium. And the way our high school worked is you had it was an open atrium, so you could look in when you went inside, you could see all the way up to the top, which is essentially what 4 stories, 4 stories up,
3.
But 4 in the front of the building. No, yeah, was it 3?
Fuck no,
4.
4.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah,
4.
So when you're coming down towards the yard, there's a big ass causeway, so you could see all the way down there, and I mean it's a good 50-foot opening, leading. And you could see down the hallway. Yeah, so she's coming
it's probably
down
like a 20 some odd foot opening, like the doorway.
The big doorway.
It's probably like 25, 30 feet.
Actually, probably.
The whole width of the atrium.
There was 2 more doors on the outside.
That's
what
why
it was. And so she's coming down, and we see her. And it's all like, oh,
I wasn't there for this.
You weren't there for that?
I wasn't there for that. But you told me about it afterwards. I know exactly what story you're talking about.
Blaze is...
Blaze, hey, homie.
I love you, bro. Valentine's Day. There's a seaplane flying.
No, Valentine's Day I think was Taylor.
Valentine's Day. No, Valentine's Day was him too.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Oh. We'll get to the seaplane one in a minute.
He is a smart dude.
He's a very smart dude, but oh my god, he said some of the stupidest shit,
which made it even better.
This like for just telling you about this dude. This guy was on the junior national crew team, so he was a rower. they were pretty good. Like,
they placed third in the world when they raced on the Rhine in
Germany.
2005, 2006.
So, he was very competitive in this. He was a 3.8-ish GPA.
Yeah, he was up there.
And did quite well on his SATs. His whole goal was to go to Yale and be on the crew team at Yale.
Fuck you, Yale.
Fuck you, Yale. Like, they literally sent him a letter. Not just like, okay, you didn't get in. Like, based on where you went to school, we don't think you'd succeed here.
They were like, listen, little white nigga, don't. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
So not only do they say, sorry, we weren't able to accept your application or whatever. Like,
your high school was
based on where you went to school,
shit.
based on the fact that you went to school in the ghetto, you ain't gonna last here.
Bye.
Like,
yeah.
Fuck you.
And
fuck you.
Oh, that was so annoying when he's read this letter, and I read it. I
was dude, and then he had one of the teachers read the letter, and you could just
that pissed him off.
Yeah,
that pissed him off. He was hot. He literally, you could see right when he got to that
Mr.
sentence.
Aikenhead.
Yeah, you were awesome. Still are awesome. I'm not going to say that, but I hope the arrow landed. But going back to Blaze, so she's walking down the hall. She's literally right in the middle, smack dab. The cafeteria's on the other side, and then there's benches and shit outside, so you can eat outside. And then on the other side, where we were standing, it is the back of the theater that we never got to use. Whoa, here my voice got all weird.
It got all weird up there.
In the not the back of the theater, it kind of bowled out. So
you
have the causeway coming down, and then it flared out like this.
It opened up.
We're standing here where the theater is, cafeteria's over there. She's walking square down the middle, and I make eye contact with her, and then just because I'm young and I'm like, oh shit, without, the lizard brain was like, oh, fuck yeah. And, the monkey part was like, oh. And then the human part was like, bro.
Chill.
Nigga, you're looking at it. Look up and then look away. And then it was like.
And for those of you listening,
I looked down at her nipple, then I looked down at, then looked back up at her face,
and gave the goofiest little smile,
and then she smiled back like little shit, and then I swear to God, this motherfucker is 6'4".
No, he's 6'6".
It almost looked like his hand
6'6" with some fucking ape arms.
I mean, God, what was his wingspan? Must have been at least 6'6",
yeah,
6'7". In his arm, I see it from my peripheral vision. It just comes up. It almost looked like he was grazing her fucking tit. And he goes, I swear to God, at this volume too, she's 15 feet away from us, 10 feet. He goes, nipple! And I'm just like, and I just literally jaw dropped, and I'm like, nigga! What the fuck? And he looks at me, I swear to God, he looks at me like this, and he goes...
You gotta describe that face for the people just listening.
He's literally, like... You could see all his teeth. He probably got like a half-inch gap, just smiling the dorkiest, brightest fucking smile. Mind you, his fucking finger... Not only was it pointing, he's looking at me and he's tracking her. And I'm just like, bro, and she gives a little giggle. I'm like, fucking A. You could not have made that any more obvious. You might as well have run up, looked me dead in my face,
look,
and rub her fucking nipple. Nigga, look, it's just out. He's hella tall, big ass head. So like, dude. And he was happier than a motherfucker. He was legit like, oh shit, nigga, fuck. It's a unicorn. Oh God, that was hilarious.
Oh fuck.
Hilarious.
Oh,
that
this
shit
guy
made me laugh. Blaze, man,
and
I
then,
miss you, buddy.
So
he's still alive.
Yeah. Miss you as in we haven't seen him since graduation.
Shit, yeah.
I gotta reach out to them. I gotta try to find
for real.
him.
I'm not on Facebook. Fuck Facebook.
I mean, I'm on there, but I'm not.
I mean, I'm there.
Yeah.
But I'm not there.
But
I don't even remember my password. I don't even remember my username.
So, we got a couple more good ones for him. Valentine's Day.
Yeah. No, that one's okay. All right. I get it. You're not very religious, so Valentine's. All right, it's the time for Valen. Whatever the fuck.
Whatever his logic was.
I could get behind it. Fuck it. But nothing beats seaplane. He was like, no.
All right, so we're standing out in the yard at school. Mind you, we're in San Francisco. We're in the Mission District in San Francisco.
It's a peninsula.
We're at the peak of a peninsula. We have the bay right here.
All around us.
Opening out to the ocean.
Water.
So on 3 sides, we are surrounded by water. And a seaplane flies over the yard. We're just standing out there bullshit. I think it's before school or after. No, I think it might have been after school. Or lunch. Fuck, I don't know. Whatever. Lunch. It was either lunch or after school.
Or PE and...
No, because I wasn't out there with PE with you guys when that happened.
I think a couple of us cut and went to PE.
Maybe. So either way, we're outside in the yard. Seaplane flies over. And this motherfucker legit turns to us and goes, "Why is there a seaplane flying over the school?" And we kind of took it as, oh, okay.
Why is it flying so low? I get you.
And it's like, no. Why is there a seaplane flying over the school? And we're just kind of like, it takes a minute to process.
Yeah, we're like, what are you getting at?
It's like low, where's this going? What aspect of this are you concerned about?
It's a fucking seaplane flying over the school. And it's like,
yeah,
nigga, it's a plane. They tend to fly. He's like, yeah, but it's a seaplane. Why is it flying over the school?
And it's like, yeah, we're in San Francisco. Yeah, why is there a sea? And that was his answer every time was, yeah, why? It was almost like, Dude, Where's My Car? Where it's like, what does it say? Dude, what does it say? Like, it's the same thing. Like, his answer each time was, yeah, why is there a seaplane flying over the school? And we're on a peninsula.
We're surrounded by water. 3 sides.
But why is there we are surrounded on 3 sides. And this went on for like 10 minutes at least.
Shit, it went on longer than that.
But it
was like, bro, what the...
It just... What are you getting for him?
It could land in the water, and we were surrounded by water. Like, what the fuck are you getting at? It could fly. It's a plane. Do you mean, why is it so low? And he's like, no, why is it a seaplane?
And it's just...
It's like, are you concerned with the amount of times it's flying around?
Like,
no. Why is a seaplane... It's like, are you fucking with me?
And he wasn't.
No, he must have been gaslighting the fuck out of us, because it was like, what are you saying? Because I am truly fucking lost.
Is it like, is there a metaphor you're trying to imply? Like, what is going on?
Yeah,
but that one was fucking hilarious.
That one was great.
That one was really good.
That one was great.
That was a classic that has stuck with us for fucking almost 20 years.
Dude, I swear to God, every time... I shouldn't say that. Maybe...
Dude,
every 100 nipples I see, I think of you. Every time I see seaplane, every time. If I ever
if we're together plane, and we see seaplane, it's
why is there a seaplane flying over a school?
Instant.
Shit, if you are headlighting and I'm with this nigga nipple, when I'm with my girl, I've told her the story. I'll look at her and then I'll go like that, and she knows it. She's just like, you fucking idiot. Man, that was gold. You should have been there. The look on his fucking face too was like, fuck yeah, nipple. Yeah,
like the look on his face had to have been like just pure victory.
He made like I made her morning. That nigga made her day. Yes! Ah! Like, fuck. It's almost like that episode of South Park when Bebe got her tits and they were just all like, straight turned into apes. God, South Park's great.
God, dude.
Oh shit, I gotta get going. But next week we'll talk about, some
something
other
else.
Stuff, another thing.
And, kind of much like today, we'll start talking about global warming and end up talking about nipples.
Yeah.
And seaplanes.
Nipples are like global warming. When they get cold, I don't know. I don't know where the
I don't know where that's...
Fucking you fill in the blanks. Nah, but look up that dude Mueller, because he explains why.
Why?
What's it called?
Marvel.
That new Marvel movie sucks, and he explains why The Force Awakens sucks. Why? I mean, he did The Force Awakens. That motherfucker did probably like 8 hours on it.
Holy shit.
I'm not lying. I was all like, wow, you did. I mean, he broke it down to it literally. It explains why it is not a good movie. If it was standalone and A New Hope didn't exist, I mean, a lot of stupid shit still happened in it. How the fuck, nigga, how do I see 5 planets in 5 separate systems get blown up by one beam? Oh, excuse me, 5 separate beams.
Yeah.
It's like, what? How did that planet not turn into said star when it consumed all that material? It's like you did the very base research. You did no research. JJ fucking sucks. Just direct. Don't write nothing. Don't have none of your people write shit. Just direct, bro. Because you couldn't even... You started Lost and was all like, I don't know how to finish it. I'm out of here. Speaking of which, I gotta go.
Hey, subscribe, like, follow, comment, spread the word. If you like conversations that start with global warming and end with seaplanes and nipples, you know where to find us.
Nipples made of seaplanes.
Oh shit.
I meant it the other way, but it came out that way, so fuck it. Like, what? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Look, all you were speaking was English. What the fuck you talking about? Huh? I gotta go. Deuces.
Later, y'all.